Hello, YouTube people. I am going to do a seed haul for you guys. And I have some sad news that's coming up. It's about a longtime seed vendor I've used for several years. They're closing up shop. And it's sad. Anyhow, let's get to this seed haul. When was it? It was last week, I believe. Or a little over a week ago. Yeah, a week ago yesterday. Evan from Heirloom Seed House came up to get tomatoes from me. And in the interim, he brought me some cool little goodies, like some Armenian cucumbers, some Benning's tint, like a patty pan squash, and some Caracello cucumber seeds. I really like my Kirky bits, so those were really a welcome gesture from Evan, and I appreciate that very much. So I'm gonna have fun with those. A little late this year to plant them out, but you know what? They'll last till next year. No worries on that. Then I did another small Baker Creek haul. Oh, that's my hand. I was like, what is that? Anyway, I did a small Baker Creek haul, and I went ahead and I finally picked up some stalks. And for those that don't know, stalks are edible. They are like a relative to the cabbage family, the brassica family. These flowers are absolutely edible. They're supposed to be really delicious, and they're also supposed to have a scent that's like reminiscent of cloves. So those would be really cool to try out next year. Also, in that same kind of line, I ordered some Chinese wool flower. It's a type of celosia. Again, completely edible. These, they say at Baker Creek that they like to dip these in tempura and fry them, and it's like, oh wow. But I'm wondering if you can't make them into tea as well. So, gonna try those. And then I picked up some new melon. It's called Golden Jenny. And it's a small little cantaloupe type. I think it winds up weighing like a pound or two. And these will grow really well in our greenhouse next year. Now that's up and going, and we had to skip a couple of years with it, and then we finally got the film. But anyway, so Golden Jenny melons, and can't wait to try those. And I probably will put some out in next year's plant sale, with the understanding, and I like to do this because I don't want to just sell people plants and take their money. I want them to be successful at growing. So if somebody has a greenhouse or a grow tunnel like I have it started out to be two greenhouses, and I hated both of them because they only had one door and then these little tiny side windows, so you couldn't get any cross breeze in there, and so there was like all sorts of condensation and humidity, and it was just a nightmare. It was a logistical nightmare to grow stuff in those big greenhouses. So the weather kind of did us a favor when it destroyed the covers. And then so my husband put I bought a roll of clear plastic greenhouse film. I bought a roll of 100 feet, and I can't remember how wide it is. I want to say like 20 feet wide, maybe something. I don't know. I'd have to go back and check for sure. But anyway, so he just put it over the top of the greenhouses. Then he found a kit, and we thought it was like what the old covers were on them that originally came with them. And I was like, oh, we don't want those. But, just to get something on there for this year, we went ahead and ordered one. It was like $80. Well, it came in 3 pieces, which is really cool because we use the end pieces on the one greenhouse. So that is an actual greenhouse. Sides roll up. Actually, it's more of a tunnel, but the sides roll up and the door rolls up, so we can get great ventilation in there, and then we have a shade cloth over it. The back one, all we did is put the cover over it and left both ends open. So it's just a tunnel where it gets the sun magnifying down in it. Yesterday, I think we hit 93 degrees here. It got up to over 100 in both of these tunnels, where the okra and the melons, they don't care. They kind of like that type of weather, so it'll work. Beans are okay with it too. Some of these beans that I have. growing out there that we just seeded in. So I'm hoping this will be a successful venture. I got some Indian cucumbers out there. That's a variety called Punikira. And, you know, India, it's hot there. So I'm trying to replicate their growing climate, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. And if it is successful next year, I want to try these Apotram Togo sword beans that I have to see if I can do those, and also some butterfly peas. I think that would be really cool. So, moving on, Baker Creek, whenever you order $10 from them, they send you a free pack of seeds. So I have yet another pack of Danvers 126 half-long carrots. I'm okay with that. I'll be growing carrots and so forth in the greenhouse over the winter. Then I did a seed haul, or a seed order from M.I. Gardner. And the reason why is because he is the only vendor, because Baker Creek stopped carrying them, that carries spring blush peas, and this is my favorite pea variety. Every time I bought them from him, they have grown true to type. I know that some people have had issues with that. I, however, have not with these spring blush peas. So I buy those from him, if not every year, at least every other year. So right now I actually have 2 packs, so I won't have to, buy those for a couple of years. And I'm good with that. So I buy them when he does his 50% off sale. So I get them for $1. And then this round, I just went ahead and I did the full, or wait, no, these were 50% off. Or 40% off, something like that. I got some percentage off on them. Otherwise, I wouldn't have ordered this much, I don't think. Let's see. 3, 4. No, I think I did a full price on these. I'm pretty certain I did. Okay, anyway. So, we're going to try some Apple Blossom Snapdragon. And my flowers, some of them moved, but not as much as I thought they would. So next year, I'll back off on the flowers. I might put a couple of snapdragons if I can get those. I've never grown snapdragon from seed. The only flowers I've ever grown from seed are calendula, nasturtium, zinnia. I've grown some marigold and love and a mist. Other than that, I'm not that experienced with flowers. I'm a veggie girl. But anyways, I went ahead and ordered peach melba nasturtiums. I'm out of seeds of those. And Baker Creek's always out of seeds of the cherry rose, so I went ahead and got those too. Now, these are some flowers that I could have sold out on had I had more. I only seeded in 2 containers of them. I had a limited amount of seeds. I was going to plant both of them out, and it didn't work out that way. Lo and behold, German chamomile. I got 1 pot of plants from them, and somebody else really wanted them, so I sold them. Oh, it was my neighbor. She wanted German chamomile, so I sold her the other pot of them, which left me with just 1, and I don't know if the slugs and heat got them. I'm going to have to ask my husband when he gets home, because I really want those planted out. If not, we'll start them again. They didn't take that long. So German chamomile, and then I got some Roman chamomile. So, chamomile on. And then I really want to try these Ukrainian purple tomatoes. I did not have that variety in my seed bank. Now I do. And then I was specifically asked by somebody on Facebook Marketplace, because that's where I did a lot of advertising of my plant sale, if I had chocolate stripes tomatoes, and I didn't. And I said, well, I've got something similar. And they're like, no, we want chocolate stripe only. And it's like, okay, well, I don't have that. Now, on to the sad news that I have for you. I have always been a big fan of Nikitovka Seeds, because they are so inexpensive. You get such a high seed count for what you spend. And they are a small business. They just happen to be located in Ukraine. And I order a lot from them every year. Well, so I have a small lot permit. My seeds are inspected by the USDA through APHIS. I have the proper permit to import these. Just showing you the envelope that they come in. And, okay, this was actually the slip that indicates how much the weight was. Here's the slip indicating how much I paid. I'm going to fold this. I blocked out my pertinent information because nobody needs to know my name and address. Well, everybody knows my name, but they don't need to know my address, so I just blocked it all out. So, like, purple opal basil, I got 81 cents. And here's where it just gets, the prices are incredible. 81 cents, 85 cents, 80 cents, 77 cents, 83 cents, $1.01. That was for the Miranda broccoli. Excuse me. That's because I probably wound up paying full price. $1.13. That was for that cabbage. 91 cents. $1.01 for, oh, the peas, yeah, because I wanted to get all the peas because there was only like 3 pea varieties left that they would ship to the United States. What was great about their website is that you would hover or you click on the short description or what, it was an option there, and it would pop up and tell you if it was not available in the United States. It would absolutely tell you. So it was pretty great. I liked that. Oh, I paid $1.13 for that black radish there, that black skirverska, I guess is how you would say it. But anyway, yeah, the prices are really incredible, so I was pretty happy with that. So the thing with Nikitovka is that, yeah, there's address and stuff. The thing with Nikitovka is that if you ordered, I think it was $15, you got 10% off of your order. And then I think after you hit $20, you got free shipping worldwide. And then if you ordered 25 packs of seeds, you got 20% off of your whole order. So that's why I was able to get those cheap prices. And see, you can see this envelope too. This was inside of that, this plastic envelope here. And this is what the seeds came in. And it was open for inspection. So all of these are brought in via permit. They are completely legal. Just want to say that. Oh, hang on here, because I've got some other seeds here from another seed haul. So I'll just set those up to the side and get to those. I'll bring you back. I need to pull these out. Okay. So I also did an Etsy order from a shop called Carolina's Paradise, and I think they're from the East Coast. Anyways, they have some obscure tomatoes that I was really interested in. So I got Seven Rivers Tricolor. We got Trees Bottom Streak. Seraphima. Seven Rivers Bicolor, and then a gift of Red Beauty. I hope that tastes better than its cousins Blue and Black. Okay, now moving on to the Nikitovka order. And those are rare tomatoes. I usually try to I'm going to try to explain how I'm going to use all of these seeds. And so, but tomatoes, I mean, that's self-explanatory. I collect and grow rare tomatoes, and that's just how that goes. Self-explanatory. And then these seeds from Evan, those are really cool, and I will grow them out. I will share them around because there's a lot of them. All right, so getting to the Nikitovka seeds, we have some spaghetti squash. It is not a zucchini, it's a spaghetti squash. Ice cream watermelon. So I've never actually eaten spaghetti squash, and I want to try it. And so for less than $1, I will give it a whirl. This one was reading in the description was a short season watermelon, so I thought that would be fun to try because I have greenhouses that I can grow them in. And then if people want to try to grow a watermelon You know, I'll sell it to them with the understanding that they may not be able to. Malachite squash. This is a summer squash, kind of like a patty pan, but it's more round. This is a zucchini called popsick, and popsick is a round zucchini, like an 8-ball zucchini. It's round. It's not long. And I have one growing out here this year. Miranda broccoli. I believe that is the purple broccoli. I got this golden cannon daikon radish. Now the broccoli and the radishes, of course, those are for me. I don't. Well, broccoli. That's something that my husband and I have talked about. We're gonna start probably, excuse me, in early January or February, and we're gonna start seeding out the brassicas and the early spring vegetables. And then what we will do is probably start in the first week of March, and we'll sell those types of vegetables, and then kind of like work through a rotating stock to bring in tomatoes and so forth. So we'll see how that goes. Got an eggplant called long pop, some purple opal basil. Look at the number of seeds in that. I mean, that is thick. That is 3 grams of seeds. That's crazy. This is a Chinese cabbage called Napa Goblet. Decent amount of seeds for the price. Green Wave Tatsoi. See, these are all ones that can go for the springtime plant sale. Same with that Napa cabbage. And this is an eggplant called Bellezza Nera. Those, of course, will not. I collect rare eggplant. I love eggplant. So that is the reason for those. This is a red Brussels sprout called Rosella. Again, another early spring vegetable. And this is Thai basil called Harappa. And some Tulsi holy basil. Good for tea, just so you know. And this is called Vert de la Ville de Belleville. It's a French sorrel. It's a French garden sorrel. And I mean, the sheer number of seeds is just crazy. 2 grams of seeds of that. That one, I wanted that for myself first and foremost, but I will sell. I absolutely love sorrel. Mizuna green, another one of those early spring brassicas. Rival beetroot. Crazy number of seeds. 3 grams. Put those off to the side because they all kind of go together. And then, because I've got an artichoke plant out there auditioning for the part of Jolene 2 in Little Shop of Horrors, I actually wanted to grow some more. So I got some green globe artichokes. And there were, I mean, you don't get a whole lot of seeds, but it's enough for me, and I'm satisfied with it. And then this was one of my more expensive ones. Let's see, Bilosnizka white cabbage. And this is supposed to be, I believe, a really early variety, if I remember right. And then we have 10 grams of Babette carrot. 10 grams of carrot seed that I paid 77 cents for. It's kind of crazy. I believe that one was 77 cents. Let's look. I'm fairly certain. Oops, wrong page. 91 cents, excuse me, 91 cents for 10 grams of carrot seeds. What? That is insane. That is a great price. And then here is another cabbage. This is a headed summer cabbage called Earliest of All. Again, just a decent number of seeds in there. And what I have little 6-cell starter trays, and I'll just seed those out in there, and then 6 for $5. Can't beat it. Black Severska. This is, if I can't remember if this was a long or a round, but I have both types. I mean, that's a crazy number. That is 5 grams of radish seeds. And we know how small radish seeds are. They're small. 5 grams, that's a lot. This is a Valencia melon. Same thing. It's something I know I can grow out in my greenhouse. So I really actually bought that for me. But I will sell it to people or share it with people, whatever the case may be, if they really want to try and grow it. This is for me to seed out this fall. And this is a Marjolin winter radish. It's a green and white. It's like a Korean radish. And that's just a gram of those. And that's fine. That's enough. Because honestly, we might need 10 of them because they get really big. And then I got some beetroot called marmalade. Just an incredible number of seeds, 3 grams. And then here we go. 10 grams of Adagumski pea. Those were the ones that I paid $1 for. There's like probably 40, 50 in there. These are 10 grams for green stream. I haven't tried that variety. I have grown the Adagumski. Now, I don't generally sell pea starts, but if there is a call for them, I can always start some. And then we have sweet bunch peas. And then last but not least, let's see. I have some alpine strawberries. I've got Bollenzauber alpine strawberry. And while it's not a huge amount of seeds, it's enough. I mean, we don't have a huge strawberry patch. We used to when we first moved in here, but the deer wiped us out, so now we just got a few little ones. And then this one is called Metza. Oh, gee, mini Christmas. Metza Muanazjet alpine strawberry, and I actually bought 2 packs of those. The reason for that is these are mixed red and white strawberries. So that was my order from Nikitovka. All of these seeds right here. I believe there are 31 packs of seeds, and my total walk out the door price was $21.97. Now, the sad thing is that Nikitovka is going out of business. I got one of the last orders out. It came super quick this time. I had it within 3 weeks. And I'm just really bummed. I don't know why they're quitting. I haven't heard. It could be supply issues. It could be the fact that their country's at war. I don't know. But they had a really good thing going, and I wish them well in every single one of their future endeavors. And I hope that we will see them again. So make sure to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave me a comment. And later.